Serpentine Skyway delivers first-class travel every time, starting in Oregon. Picture cruising at 250 miles per hour in your own private pod. No random strangers, just you and your crew up to four, for $20 per person, with room for bikes or gear. It's a luxury vibe that obliterates traffic hassles, turning a 2-hour drive into a slick 24-minute ride. These pods, crafted from carbon fiber reinforced graphene with translucent polycarbonate shells, weigh 1,000 to 2,500 pounds and levitate on hybrid electromagnetic suspension, EDS for high-speed stability, EMS for pinpoint precision. Inside 4 graphene epoxy guideways, wrapping them completely for rock-solid guidance on the top, left, bottom, and right. Elevated on graphene-infused concrete support columns, it soars over any terrain. Cities, forests, mountains, rivers, wetlands, needing only permission to place those columns. It's built to shrug off rain, ice, flooding, or wind. Only a tornado could mess it up. And maybe lightning. I just don't kind of need to research that, but tornadoes barely happen in Oregon. So it's ready for any weather, anytime. I started this project March 23rd, 2025, about 16 weeks ago. I'm testing 1/50th scale prototype, live streamed on at Serpentine Skyway on TikTok pretty soon, to prove pod levitation, the 4 guideway system, and a revolver station. 6 rotating segments that load and unload pods off the main guideway like a revolver for lightning fast throughput. By July 2026, a 2.63 mile test track will show the pods hitting 250 miles per hour, holding that speed for 10 seconds, and then stopping with a design maximum of 300 miles per hour. From 2028 to 2030-ish, I'll scale it to high demand areas, congested cities or rural gaps, running like 500 to 2,000 trips daily, hauling passenger. It depends on what the route is. This part's wrong on my notes, but anyways. Hauling passengers or a ton of cargo per pod to cut food waste by millions of dollars yearly with rapid deliveries of perishables. It's practically free to run because it generates 10 times the energy surplus that the system uses. And there's no wear and tear on the Skyway because pods don't physically touch the guideways. There might just be some light solar panel maintenance every decade. Those panels installed on 3 of the 4 guideways generate 120 to 108 million kilowatt hour surplus yearly on a 100-mile example route, which is 10 times what the system uses, 15.5, making it wildly carbon negative. With a huge surplus that could go to local grids. It slashes CO2 by 92 to 97% per passenger kilometer, a lot compared to cars, which could save 60,000 to 500,000 tons annually. All this research is listed on the official Discord community. Bird netting at $70,000 to $90,000 per mile keeps wildlife safe, and AI spaces pods under 50 meters apart for 0 crashes. Cost per mile, it takes like 11.2 seconds to slow down to a stop at 300 miles per hour, so if there's adequate spacing between them, if there's ever any issues, it shouldn't be that difficult. Cost per mile are $65 to $90 million, and the guideway holds them super secure. Covering 2.5, okay. Cost per mile are $65 to $90 million, 30 to 45 million for columns, maybe 2.5 to 4 million for column permissions. 5 to 10 million for guideways, 2.5 to 3.5 million for solar, 70,000 to 90,000 for netting, and 10 to 18 million for AI per mile. Pods run $50,000 to $100,000 each, which could end up being less because they're more simple than cars. Revolving platform stations are 40 to 60 million each. Graphene adds like 3 to 5% to costs compared to steel, but cuts weight by 25 to 50%, boosting strength and lighter also. It's like 50 to 100% for pods, 50 to 120% for guideways, and 25 to 45% for columns. And also increases like their compressive strength and stuff like that with the graphene infused concrete support columns, which is the majority of the cost on this thing. And so is construction itself. Phase 1's $300 prototype is in progress right now. Phase 2's test track needs $250 million, funded by crowdfunding, venture capital, and grants. Phase 3's full expansion depends on the route length, 65 to 90 million per mile, so 100 mile stretch might hit $6 to $9 billion, but shorter routes could cost way less. I'm recruiting a CEO by November 2025 to nail pitches and regulations while I perfect the tech and safety as CTO. 5% of profits, with what's going to be called the Skyway Community Fund maybe, could go to local food banks and things like that. Check all the research in our Discord community. List on the GoFundMe page at serpentineskyway.com. This is your first class, traffic-free, eco-friendly future. Join the ride. I'll make this video way better. It's not that great yet.